Hi, this is Dean Collins with Keller Williams VIP in Las Vegas. Today's video is going to be about tips on how to get your buyers into a home when the inventory is low. You know, when we have a tight market right now, there's not a lot of properties out there, especially under 300,000. How can you get your people's mind right so that the process is more enjoyable for them and you're actually able to get them a home? Okay, mindset is key on this. They need to know how the market's doing, what's out there, and what's available to them. So you always want to have a consultation with the buyer for the first time you meet them. Okay, whether you do it at the office, here at the office is good because we have a large screen that you can hook your laptop into, and you want to be able to pull up things on the internet and in the MLS and show them properties and show them how the market is also. A lot of times we tell our buyers that the market's tough and there's not a lot of homes out there and they're going to need to be aggressive if they want to find a home, and they don't understand or they don't believe us. If we can show them through statistics and through the MLS what the actual numbers are and what's happening in the market, we have a much better chance to get them into a home and have them be happy with their purchase. So if we go back over here, the first thing you want to do when you meet them is go over the buying process with them. When you go over the buying process, you want to go through everything from getting them pre-qualified to finding a home to making an offer to inspections, completing the loan, repairs, and closing, how the closing works and when they'll actually be able to move into their home. So you have to go through the buying process with them. You're a consultant now, and you want to educate your buyers on the buying process. That's very important. That way they know what to expect next. You also want to show them things about the market. So if we go over here, move this out of the way, and you go into, first of all, GLVAR, well, now Las Vegas Realtors, and you go through and you look at the statistics and the number of active sales or active properties available in Las Vegas. If you look over here, let's see if I can click right here. January 2019, there was 12,410, and then it actually went up from there to over 13,000. And currently, at the filming of this video, in the beginning of March, there's 7,650. So there's considerably less properties on the market. You can show this graph actually to your clients and know that there's less active. The supply on the market is less also. Let's see if that'll come up. There we go. Look at that. It bottoms out. It goes all the way down to the bottom. So there's less than 2 months supply on the market. And you can explain to them what that means. And once you go through that, then you go through and you go back to Matrix. When you had a consultation with your buyers, I'm sure you asked them what part of town they wanted to live in, how many bedrooms, what are their wants and needs. Needs, of course, are things that are non-negotiable, that they have to have. Could be bedrooms. If they have an elderly person living with them, it could be having a bedroom downstairs. So bedrooms and baths are kind of needs normally. Wants would be something about a large backyard, a pool, large covered patio, things like that are more wants. But when you go in and you first pull up the MLS here, and let's see, let's click on single family residential, and this is for all the areas, right? if you do that, it shows down on the bottom left here, there's 4,554. And you want to write that number down for your clients, 4,554, okay? So you go, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, you wanted a single-family house. There's 4,554 that are for sale in Las Vegas right now, active for sale. Then I would go over to area over here, and you figure out where, what areas they'd like to be in. And normally, you don't want Nye County, Pine County, Pahrump, all that. If they want to be in Las Vegas proper, we'll just select 101 to 606. So we go boom, 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 right down here. We select all those. Here we go. 403, 404, Summerlin area. Southwest, and now you could select all this on the map, but just for effect, I'm doing it on this for that. So in proper Las Vegas, if you look down at the bottom left over here, we now have 4,158. All right. So we go, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, now that brings it down to 4,158. So we really didn't lose that many properties by selecting Las Vegas. Now, let's say we got to go into the price range. That'll be an important one here to start off. So in their price range, they have to be under 300. Let's say they have to be under 350. So we put, let's see, we'll just put 0 to 350. That pretty much that took a lot off. So now we're down to 1540. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith, out of all of those, only 1,540 fit the criteria of under 350,000. So you write that down for them. And if you can see what I'm doing here, this is kind of showing them, you know, although when they go on Zillow and things like that, there's a lot of properties available, there's not many properties that actually check all the boxes of the things that they want. So, we can do it further. So let's say they have 6 kids, they need at least 4 bedrooms, if some of them are going to double up. And so if we put 4 plus in there, so 4 more bedrooms, and then the number comes down. Now we're at 507. Okay, we lost over 1,000 properties by requiring at least 4 bedrooms. So we're at 507. And then you get into the point where things like a 3-car garage, a pool, things like that, you can kind of sit with them and play with these numbers. If I put private pool yes over here, it goes down to 69. Okay, so if they want a pool, there's only 69 to look at. If they want, let's go back to neither on here. And then let's say they wanted a 3-car garage. If they want 3-car garage, and we put those in there, then the number goes down to 44 matches. Okay. What if we did that and private pool, right? So private pool is yes, we went back and do that. There's only 3 homes that fit their criteria that have both in their price range. Has a 3-car garage and a pool available. Okay, and we're not even talking about whether those are even in their area or not. So if we go to the results, and then you go to a map, We can see where those are on the outskirts of town. Okay, one's way out at Sunrise Mountain, another one's in North Las Vegas, and then this one is in the Southwest. So it's probably a pretty good deal. But as you can see, this is a way of getting your client's mind right on how they can, how their choices affect, how their choices of options affect how many homes are available to them. So, number one, you always want to have a consultation with your people and find out, explain the process to them, be a consultant for them. Number two, explain the process. Number two, find out their wants and needs. And number three, go over how that looks, how the market is, and how their wants and needs are going to affect the properties that are available to them. Another thing I want to let everyone know is don't forget about new homes. You can search for new homes. A lot of times when the market gets tight, sellers won't want to take a VA or FHA loan. If you go with new homes, they don't care. They'll take VA, FHA, and you're much more likely to get your client into a house they like with new homes, and they pay commission also. So don't forget about new homes. That was the tips for this video. Thanks for joining me, and have a good day.